You either is or you ain't. You do or you don't. You can or you can't. Or you will or you won't. Either way, baby, a good man, well, he's hard to find. Hey, everybody, McGillbilly here.
And I'm Jamie.
Welcome to One More for the Good Guys, the podcast where we talk about all kinds of good stuff and the good things that make it the good life. Something like that. We're the Good Guys, and it's also brought to you by Good Guys Cigars. If you're here for the first time, thank you for stopping in to check us out. If you like what you see and like what you hear, be sure to click the notifications button, the like, subscribe, all that stuff. And then if you're coming back again for another time, or if you've been with us since the beginning, since we started this, well, man, you should really find new hobbies or new friends to quit putting yourself through all this punishment. But we thank you nonetheless for all the support you've given us this far, and hopefully you'll stick around and you'll like what we're talking about today, which is, what are we talking about
Our
today?
top Maduro cigars, aged cigars.
Top Maduro cigars. We've got several Maduro cigars, and I know we've over the last little while we've offered some several folks would maybe think that we don't like Maduros or stronger type cigars, which is not the case. Maduros are some of our favorites. I know when we first really started kind of hanging out and smoking together, Jamie was a Maduro guy
From day one.
all the way.
Yeah, that's all I wanted for a long time.
Yeah, and I was much more a natural, sun-grown, and/or Connecticut guy. And then we had a period where we kind of flip-flopped.
Yeah.
And now we've got the same problem as we like all of them.
Yeah.
But I am smoking a cigar that we carry and is one of my favorite Maduros. It's also a very good Maduro for somebody, even a beginner and or someone who is well into the hobby. And that cigar is the Arturo Fuente 858 Maduro Gran Reserva Flora Fina. Is there anything else I can add to it to make it any more confusing to try to find?
No, because you're going to find none of that information on the band.
Yeah. But this is it's like a Corona Gorda size. It's a 6x47. I love this size in the cigar. The Hotcakes, which is another great Maduro cigar that comes in this size. Of course, lots of cigars come in this size, the Corona Gorda size, but I just find this one very, very pleasing from just the heft, the weight in the hand, the flavors.
Great value, too, for a Fuente smoke.
Yes.
I mean, they're just affordable.
Yeah, very much so, especially for Viente, because, they don't make bad cigars, but, boy, they can make some expensive ones. I can tell you that. This happens to be a Connecticut broadleaf USA wrapper over Dominican binder and fillers. Not overly complex. You're going to have that inherent sweetness of the Connecticut broadleaf. You're going to get some almost like some cherry tartness, but you're also going to get a little bit of spice, some pepper, as well as your typical kind of a little bit of leather and that stuff from some of your typical Dominican tobaccos. But really good cigar, and really good cigar, like I say, for somebody who's smoked for a long, long time, and or it is mild enough for a beginner to smoke as well. On a 1 to 10, as far as strength profile, I would call this straight up a 5.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, one thing you said earlier, and this is kind of a misnomer, is that a lot of people associate Maduro cigars with being real strong. And we've got a few in here that we're going to show you today that aren't really strong. I wouldn't call them strong. Maduro is traditionally more sweet flavor. And we've heard Garofalo talk about that on Cigar Authority a lot. I am smoking the Oliva Serie V Melanio Maduro, 95 rating.
Yeah, it's a great cigar.
In Churchill size. The standard, the natural Melanio, I smoke all the time, and it's one of my favorite all time. I like this one a lot too. I don't like it quite as much as I do the standard, but this is a Mexican San Andreas Maduro wrapper over Nicaraguan binder and filler. Box press. This is in the Churchill size. I'm not a big box press fan, and actually they released some limited editions in the standard standard Melanio for sure in the round. But everything else is box pressed. This is the actual cigar that got the 95, I believe, was in the Churchill size. Chocolate, baking spice, little black pepper. It's a joy to smoke. And we sell them and those.
Yeah. Both really good cigars, and they make this list. That's why we chose them to smoke today.
And I wanted to smoke something really good.
Yeah, right. I hadn't had one of these in quite some time, and I mean, as you'll see as we go along, you'll see that there's a lot of these down through here that I'm going to say, oh, I really love this one, or this was maybe one of my favorites or whatever. But I chose this one today just because I hadn't had one in a long while. So
I like that size as well.
Yeah.
I used to smoke some punch, which we're going to see here in a minute, in that size. And they were a natural wrapper, but similar to something we're going to be showing. So we have a bunch of Maduro sticks out here. A lot of different wrapper types too, really.
What you got next?
Cigar of the year. 2 cigars of the year.
Yeah.
Both our number ones are on the list.
I'll tell you what, let's go for another middle of the strength pack.
Oh, yeah, and this is a special cigar for Good Guy Cigars anyway.
Yeah. We've done a whole episode on these before. It was our very first Good Guy event cigar. These are great cigars. This is the Montosa Toro Maduro. That is a 6x50 traditional size Maduro. And speaking of different type of wrappers,
yeah.
This is a Mexican San Andreas wrapper with Brazilian binder, Dominican, Brazilian, and Nicaraguan fillers. And it is straight up, I would say this could go, depending on who's smoking it, this could be a 4 to a 5.
Yeah. And I forgot to say on this cigar, just to get back to it for a second, this is probably a 6 to 6.5 compared to what you're smoking. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, I'd say if that's a 5, what you're smoking, I'd say this is a 4 for me.
Yeah.
If that's the 5, that's the 4. This is a 6.
Yeah, I mean, Montosa is made by, they come through United Cigars. We are the only exclusive United dealer here in East Tennessee. And value as far as price, flavor, construction. This is a no-brainer. This is a great budget-friendly, and just a great cigar.
Period. Yeah, the value cigar is a great thing. And we're going to be doing a series on value cigars and how we come about that selection. And
it's not value a lot of times, and I'm sure we'll get into this in that episode, but it's not just the reason this is a value cigar is because of the price.
Right.
Not the case.
Price is a factor.
Price is a big factor, but that's not the only factor. And the Montosa Maduro really goes above and beyond in value all the way across the board from flavor to price.
And in both blends and the natural too, as far as, same value. For me, value is price versus experience or what I got out of it. How did I, for that hour and a half, 2 hours, we'll talk about that later. So talking about, we got it. This is why don't you talk about that one?
Okay.
Mike's the blend guy. You're a tunesmith. That's your craft.
Is that right?
Had to throw in a sling blade quote. The dots are where I say they are.
See there? Thinks of the simplest things first.
That's right.
This next cigar is a great cigar. Great value blend as well. We sell a bunch of them. They are, pardon me. This is this is the El Rey del Mundo Oscuro Maduro. This is a Robusto Larga size, I believe.
Yeah,
and it is which pisses me off. It's a Toro. It's a 6x54 Toro. Come on. Ray, Mundo, Dale, whatever the hell your name is. Really great cigar, though. Dark fruit, sweetness. I often describe it like figgy jam pudding, comes in this little tissue wrapper, and I'm going to take it out where you can see the difference in the Oscuro. Oscuro, the word meaning dark, is really all that is just the color for with the Oscuro. But great cigar. Great.
The tissue's a little butched.
It can be. Well, the double bands.
I know. Why?
Just put the tissue on it and be done with it.
Right, just twist it on the ends.
Yeah,
just be done with it. I want to get it out of the tissue. Jeez.
But they put the bands on the outside of the tissue. But thankfully, it doesn't. You don't take a chance on messing up the outside wrapper because it is very rustic. Originates in Honduras, El Rey del Mundo, meaning fit for a king. It is Honduran binder, Dominican filler, Honduran, and Nicaraguan filler. Really good cigar, man. Price, I would consider this a value cigar, but I'd also maybe consider this a good budget cigar too, because you can buy these by the box and or by the single. So inexpensive, and they are a great everyday smoke if you like that dark fruit. It's got the sweetness, hardly any pepper on it at all. So if you're not if you're sensitive to the pepper and you're not a pepper head, I'm glad I said pepper head, because I know a few pepper. But very, very good. Sweet, dark fruit, little to no pepper. You're really going to enjoy this cigar.
And for me, it is a budget stick for sure. But for me, that would be like it's the top of the value list because
it's a Sumatra.
Well,
wrapper too,
look at the size difference. Okay. Ring gauge is bigger on this one. Presentation's real. The tissue aside, the presentation on this is gorgeous. This would be a great golf stick right there. That'd be fantastic for that.
Yeah, it's going to hold up in the heat or the cold with that Sumatra wrapper. It's a little thicker, a little more, it's very rustic in appearance, but again, you're going to get some coffee, that dark fruit, fig, little to no pepper, just a great stick. And man, you can get them at a song.
At Good Guy Cigars. This next one is an old favorite of mine that changed the packaging on it a little bit, so it made it harder for me to find. But I started smoking these a long time ago, probably 15, 16 years ago. And it's in this size too. This is the Punch Classico Maduro.
In Rothschild.
In the Rothschild size. And it is...
what is that, like a 4.5 by 50?
4.5 by 50. Great winter smoke too. It's been colder and damn it here, and this would have been good for
colder
that.
than a well digger's ass.
But I think one of the reasons I really like this, they're calling this Oscuro. It's not quite as dark as that, but Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, Dominican, Honduran, and Nicaraguan filters, and it is just a flavor bomb. They come in a box of 50, and
these two share a lot of similarities.
They do
in flavors.
They do. These come in a box of 50, and I ordered some for myself because I found them finally, and we started handing them out as freebies to some of our OG members. Then we had to buy some to sell them because they really liked them. I highly recommend this, and it's got a lot of that dark fruit in it, and it's a more refined smoke than the other one. But man, these are so good. And what I was talking about in the that size you're smoking there, they make this in that size, I believe. So I know they do in the natural.
Well, and with that being said, with boxes of 50, you're saying, well, Mike, Jamie, that's too many. Hey, that's a perfect size box to split with a buddy.
Absolutely. 25 piece.
And when we were trying out new blends and stuff, back when we were just kind of hobbyists and not in the business itself, that's exactly what we did.
Hell, we did it the other day with those.
Yeah.
Who knows?
That's true.
Yeah.
But, oh, pardon me. Take advantage. Thank you. Take advantage of that. If you've got a buddy that you guys, y'all share flavor, similar palates, similar flavors. You like similar things. Take advantage of that because you're gonna be able to buy them cheaper by buying them by the box.
Absolutely. Anywhere.
Whether you buy them from us or you buy them from whomever.
And if you're in Tennessee, if this bill passes, you'll only be able to buy them in Tennessee. God. So that's a different episode. But anyway, the punch is a little stronger than that one. Got a little more pepper in it. But it is not too strong that you can't keep it around for a buddy that doesn't smoke cigars and say, hey, try this. Because I was smoking that back when I was semi-beginner. Right? So.
Another great cigar. And flavor, all of that stuff, as well as size with it being cold, is the Last Call Maduro by AJ Fernandez. This happens to be in what they call the Chiquita size, 3.5 by 52. Basically the same size as like the firecrackers. Closed foot, Pennsylvanian wrapper, broadleaf wrapper, over Nicaraguan binder and filler. Happens to be my absolute favorite size of this cigar. It's just a tasty, tasty little snack treat. It's about a 25 to 30 minute cigar. You can smoke it faster, you can smoke it slower, whatever you want to do.
And every time we pull one out or we smoke one, I tell the story about when we were in rugby and it was like 3 a.m. and we had just finished at that time the best cigar we'd ever had. One of the 80th Perdomo Tubo or something like that. And it was
90.
Just 90. It was just perfect. And we're all winding down and Mike's like, "You want to smoke another one?" I was like, "Yeah, I guess. Still don't tip me with a good time." And then we smoked this. I'm telling you right now, that holds up against anything.
It's really good, man. It's a perfect little size. There's
it's apparently AJ's personal blend, right? He gives to people at his house.
Yeah, they made those he makes those in 2 different wrapper varieties. Makes it in a Habano, which I've had in like the 6 by 46 size, and I've had in this one in the Maduro. Which again is Pennsylvanian broadleaf. So there's enough of that. The Pennsylvanian has a little bit of a twang to it, to the taste. And in this size, I find it very pleasing because it's not very overpowering. But closed foot. So you clip it and light it with a soft flame. I tell people all the time. I gave one to a buddy, one of our past guests, Mike Crawley. I gave him one the other night. We were at a celebration of life for a friend that we lost last year, and we were both playing on that show. And I gave Crawley one. I had one. I just happened to have one in my pocket. And I gave it to him, and the very next day, he was like, "Man, this is perfect size, perfect flavor, perfect.
Perfect name."
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great smoke.
Great smoke, great Maduro smoke.
And, you don't get a whole lot of Pennsylvania broadleaf wrapper and stuff. The next one I've got here is no stranger to Good Guys, because this was my personal cigar of the year this year, and that's the Crown Heads Broadway. And I've said it many times, but the reason I think I like this so much is because my favorite overall cigar blend, period, is Connecticut Broadleaf over Nicaraguan binder and filler. Just period. That's just it. In a multi-country blend, let's just say that. My favorite is Nicaraguan Puro, and that's it. that's my favorite. But, man, and Crown Heads used this, I guess, as the spearhead for all the changes in their packaging. It's gorgeous to look at. It's basically an Oscuro wrapper. It's dark, it's midnight, and earthy, chocolatey, peppery, nice.
Yeah, first time we smoked it together
was right here, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I looked at you and I said, "They got a winner here." Yeah,
it's a neat size. It's a Robusto Extra. Is that what this is?
I think so. 5.25 by 52. Is that right?
Yeah, I could say go to hell on there as far as I know. But yeah, nice size. We recently got some in a bigger size. I think they're in the Toro. I haven't tried one of those yet.
4 3/4 by 52. Sorry.
I would have called that a less than Robusto extra. I know it's a ring gauge thing, but anyway, just enough with the names already. Let's have 6 sizes and shut the hell up.
Yeah, man. They get, well, it can get very confusing for people who's been at it a long, long time, and it can really be. I can see it really being confusing for somebody that's just starting out and or maybe a little newer to the deal. So
absolutely.
Let's make it simple.
Yeah.
Well, I got enough shit to remember.
Yeah, man, we got some bangers left too, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Golly.
Well, yeah, this is fine. This was one of the first boxes of cigar I ever ordered.
Hanging on the wall.
It is hanging on the wall right up there. I didn't know nothing. I didn't know sick 'em from go, as they used to say.
You like those colors.
I know I like those colors, and I had tried one, and I had saved the band. And I also knew that this particular size, where I was buying it from, was cheaper than any other size that they had. And I thought, well, that's my shtick right there.
When you starting out, price is the only factor.
Yeah. And now, it is my favorite size. Now, I don't know if it's from being sentimental or whatever the case may be, but it's one of my favorite sizes. The favorite size in this, and I'm gonna stop rambling and snambling. It's the CAO Brazilia in the gold size, which is a Robusto. It is a 5, I believe, by 56.
I think that's right.
They have them in all kinds of different sizes. Yeah, it's a 5 by 56, so a little short, fat thing, kind of like me. And it's extra, extra good, kind of like me. It's a Brazilian Maduro wrapper with Nicaraguan binder and fillers. Everything I've read about this cigar, flavor note wise, from different publications and stuff, and I don't know what it is about it, but I get none of them. Here in at the Empire, they're this floral flavor, toasty, nutty quality, full-bodied with long toasty finish.
Last two, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know about that floral.
I that's actually better than some of them that I've seen chocolate and I've seen all this stuff. But it is a really, really good cigar. It's a strong cigar. You're not, it's not for the faint of heart. It's going to have a good burn time on it with it being so big. But really, really nice, good cigar. And I love the size. This little fun fact about this cigar, this was made while Osgener was still at CAO, and they were told this cigar would never sell. You can't make a cigar and have a green band on it. It will never sell. Like, what the fuck? I mean, really?
It's the dumbest thing ever said in cigar history, probably.
Yeah, but I heard Tim say this on the Cigar Authority one day. Yeah, those colors, they'll never sell. Green's no good. What are you doing with a Brazilian tobacco? No way. Blah, blah, blah. Well, here it is. That was in the 90s in the cigar boom, and here we are in 2025, 2026 now, and it's still right up there. Good construction usually on these. I've only had one out of many boxes that I've bought that had been plugged a little, but normally with CAO stuff, the construction's great. The Brazilia. If you like Brazilian tobacco, you'll love this cigar.
Every time we talk about that story.
And I would say this is about a 8.
It's pretty stout.
7 to 8 on the strength scale out of 10.
You know damn good and well that Don Draper on Mad Men would have loved that band. I don't know anything. I mean, I've never been to Brazil. Okay. Never been to Brazil. But if this didn't say Brazilia at the bottom of it and you said, hey, what country do you think that represents? Yeah. I'm saying Brazil in the top 2.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, it's the flag.
Brilliant packaging.
It's the flag.
Never sell.
I'm sure you guys have seen this cigar before, but if you haven't, I'll take it out of the cello here where you can see it without the glare and all that stuff on it. But yeah, man, that's that looks like the Brazilian flag, right?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, I like it. Good cigar. Again, if you like the Brazilian wrapper, you're gonna like that. What you got next there, Holmes?
Well, that was an 8 on the scale of strength. I figured we just
we're moving on up.
Yeah, kick it up a little notch with this one. This was number 2 cigar of the year in 2024. It's a Nicaraguan Puro. Right.
It's been number 2 cigar of the year twice. In two different sizes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nicaraguan Puro.
And this is
Puro.
Was a joint effort with Rafael Nodal and AJ Fernandez.
Yeah.
And that is the Montecristo 1935 Nicaragua. And it's about as strong as a cigar in the New World gets. It's pretty stout. I'd say it's an 8.5. If that's an 8.5 or a 9.
That's a 9 all day.
And but it's my favorite kind of blend, and I really like them. And
it's a wonderful cigar.
And I'm not a big Torpedo fan either, but I like this one in the Torpedo. So
yeah, the other size in the cigar of the year was like a 60 ring gauge.
Wow, God, I bet that was. I bet that was.
Stand up like when you pee on that one.
Put your mouth on a tailpipe.
Yeah, man, backo. But
looking to fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
Yeah, but that is a tremendous cigar. The construction on it is second to none. You can cut the tiniest bit off of that Torpedo, and it is it's perfect.
Yeah, it is.
It's perfect every time.
And the less you cut means the more you get to smoke.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
and I think the first time we bought any of those, you had taken a trip and was over at JR.
Yeah, and they had them there on sale.
He's like, "What do you think about these?" I was like, "Wow,
get them,
get them now." Are you back yet? And
well, we smoke them
and
too.
Ever since then, we looked for them, and if we found them on any kind of deal whatsoever, we would buy as many of them as we could.
My 2 favorite AJ blends are on this table. That and that.
Oh yeah,
basically, yeah.
Mm.
I mean,
I still have a soft spot for the
Upman.
The Upman, yeah.
That's great.
A really great blend. I might smoke one of those tonight, actually. Great cigar. But that one is a tremendous cigar, and
make sure you eat first.
Yeah, make sure you have you something to eat. Just take your time. That cigar is meant to be savored and enjoyed.
Absolutely.
You should not light that one up if you think you're under some kind of time crisis or you need some kind of time management on that.
Right.
That is a very refined cigar that you should take your time with because it's really, really good. Next up, I would say one of my all-time favorite Maduros, maybe my favorite Maduro, is this next cigar, and surprise, surprise, it is the Perdomo 12-year vintage 12-year double-aged vintage Maduro. This is the Epicure size or Toro 6x56 Nicaraguan Puro. Man, what can I say? Chocolate brownies.
God, they make some good smokes, man. Perdomo doesn't get enough credit. Man. No. They just don't.
Rich, decadent, the packaging on it. I love the big ass band they put on everything. The tobacco leaves in gold, the coins, the color schemes. Just a wonderful, wonderful cigar. And the great thing about this cigar is this could be a special occasion cigar, but this is affordable at an everyday price.
It really is. Impressive as hell looking too. Isn't it?
So there's you some more value the other way.
Yep.
But the 12-year vintage double-aged Maduro by Perdomo. Can't say enough good about this cigar.
Get some.
Yeah.
That's what you need to say.
Yeah, get some. We got them.
This next one is one of our personal favorites as well. And it's got a neat story behind it. A lot of people are familiar with the Liga Privada No. 9 and the popularity and the cost of that. And story has it that the rollers that were rolling the Ligas were smoking them out of business because, you get to smoke what you roll. And management said, listen, you're, $25 smoke shop are smoking too many of them. So the rollers came up with their own blend. Long story short, and this is it. It is the Drew Estate Undercrown 10 Maduro.
In my opinion, it's the Liga killer.
It is the Liga killer. It really is. I like this better than the No. 9. It's a San Andreas Maduro wrapper. Listen to all these countries in this blend.
I don't like it better than, I don't just like it better than the No. 9.
You like
there's no comparison.
Yeah.
To my tastes, none.
Yeah, and you can get 3 to 1.
I just thought I'd add that in there.
Yeah. So listen to all the countries. This might be the most, it's all over the place. Binder, Connecticut and Connecticut broadleaf and Habano binder. Filler, Brazilian, Honduran, Nicaraguan. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if you count Habano as Cuban seed, 6 country blend in this thing. So, hey, boys, y'all just grab a bunch of tobacco, go in there in a room, and make whatever you want, but don't smoke these. That's what happened. And look at the presentation, man. Just got that little gold ribbon coming across there. That you can hand that to somebody and say, King gave that to you. I got this. And
no, it's beautiful.
Jolly old England.
Yeah. Yeah, beautiful. And beautiful presentation. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's nothing that billows smoke off the foot of a cigar like a Drew Estate.
Yeah, that is
especially one of these. These are, I might smoke one of those tonight. I might smoke 10 cigars a night before I can go to bed. I'm getting excited talking about all of them.
Oh, Lord.
But man, just a great cigar. Very priced affordable. You talked about heft in the hand too. There's a lot of tobacco in that cigar.
Yeah, there is.
But beautiful packaging.
Well, they were going to get all the tobacco they could get, man. They packed that thing tighter than Dick's hat, man.
Yeah, it's worked hard for their money.
For old Dick, his hat's always tight.
Oh, got the wrong one. This is probably the strongest cigar on the table, I would say. If this is as close to a 10 as you can get, in my opinion. And but man, it is one of my favorites. I'm gonna take it out of here where you can see it good. This is the Hoya de Nicaragua Antano Gran Reserva. This is in a Bellicoso or Torpedo. I'm not sure if they consider it a Torpedo or a Bellicoso. Where you at?
It's got a pointy end.
Yeah, Bellicoso. They say Bellicoso.
Tastes like smoke.
I reckon it got some gas in it. But the Hoya de Nicaragua, Antano, this is a Corojo Maduro wrapper with coming out of the country of Nicaragua with a Nicaraguan binder, Nicaraguan filler. So I guess making it a Puro as well.
Boy, it sure smokes like one.
Man, it's a really, really good cigar. You're going to get chocolate. You're going to get some earthiness for sure. You're going to get some that sweetness that Corojo gives, especially when it's been aged into the Maduro. But we carry this. This is in the Bellicoso size. We carry it in the Grand Consul size, which is, I believe, 4.5 by.
It's such a great
60,
size too, man.
4.7 by 60. Yeah.
I don't know. It feels uppity.
It's also in this same Bellicoso shape. It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But wonderful, wonderful cigar, and you'll get fooled because they also make this that looks basically the same, kind of like the problem Fuente's got in a way. It won't have this secondary band on it, but it is a 1970 Antano, and it is a Criollo wrapper. It's very good too. Corojo being one of the oldest seed varietals in the tobacco that was not used for a long, long time because it was so susceptible to disease. And they were able to, through science, they were able to have it to where it would produce, there would be more yield to the plant with better care and better preservation as far as fermentation and the aging of the tobaccos. So, but if you're looking for a strong cigar and you're saying, I'm a strong cigar guy and I like them, the bigger, the badder. Well,
get you one.
Yeah, jump up and get you 2 handfuls of this one. And be sure you're ready for it. But very good. I haven't smoked one of these in a while either. I had originally gotten the little size, and I found these back. This one right here is probably a couple, 3 years old, actually, in that size. At least a couple, I'd say. But I've found them. They were closing out this size, and I found them on the sale, and I was like, well, man, they can't be all bad.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
they're not.
So, definitely. That's the strongest one on the table, though.
It's a brand that gets overlooked a lot, man. We're going to do an episode on brands that don't get enough love, and that's going to be one of them.
Yeah, and we've actually got 2 different. We've got 2 different blends of Hoya de Nicaraguas coming in, so that'll be. We'll be carrying 4 different blends of theirs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that goes to show you we like them a lot. But I guess last but not least, one of my absolute favorite cigars, and actually was my favorite cigar this past year. It came out in 2024. We've alluded to it many times. We got to meet the chairman, president, and owner of this company at the New England Cigar Expo. He lived up to his billing as being one of the absolute nicest guys in the cigar business, and that is the Kristoff Viente. Viente standing for the number 20. This was their 20th anniversary stick, and I'm telling you what, it is absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious.
Your cigar of the year.
Yeah, this was my cigar of the year.
And was that the one that they was the show cigar?
I believe so.
I think it was, man.
I know Glenn Case and the other guy was both smoking Vientes. And I told him to his face, I was like, that's one of the best cigars I've ever had in my life. I swear I did.
You know, I was thinking on the Hoya stuff, we'll have 5 blends because right now we got the numero uno.
Oh, that's right.
So we have 5 blends of Hoya, and every one of them are fantastic. Mm-hmm. They're all just, anyway, that's a brand that gets overlooked. There's a table full of fantastic smoke sitting here, though, folks.
Yeah, absolutely. Just real quick, the Viente is Brazilian Arapiraca Maduro wrapper with an Indonesian binder, Nicaraguan and a Pennsylvania broadleaf in the filler. You can think there's sweetness to it. There's that dark fruit. I'd say like black cherry ice cream, man.
That's good.
I mean, that's so close. Decadent.
Well, that was a big thing in the 80s, wasn't it? Yeah. Black cherry ice cream. Yeah, they even had black cherry Canadian mist. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. This is just a decadent cigar. And if you're, this is probably about a 7 to 8. It's up there. I don't know. Might not be that strong. I'd say 7 is at the top. So, but definitely a cigar you can have. This would be just fine as a celebration cigar.
Oh man, it's got a lot of different flavors that change too. That's one of the things I liked about
chocolate.
All these really, except for.
Yeah, it's got that cherry tartness. It's got the dark fruit sweetness. It's kind of a molasses type sweetness as well.
Syrupy.
Very syrupy smoke texture. Really, 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 really good. So, Kristoff Viente, and we have them in the, I think it's the Toro. It's a 6x54. I think they call it the Matador, though, right?
I'm sure.
I believe it's something like
confusing. I'm sure it's something that's completely makes no sense as far as it being a 6x50. I mean,
yeah,
that was one of the most confusing things about picking out cigars, and it still is because a lot of people use words interchangeably, like even with the strength thing. Full strength and full flavor, completely different things. But a lot of people will use those interchangeably. And I don't.
It's kind of like Broadway, Maynardville Pike, Highway 33. It's like, would you just make your damn mind up as what the hell this road's name is? I'm good with any of them.
Get rid of the names and just use the sizes. 7 to 50. right? 7x48. We know that 747. We know that's a Churchill. Fine. Just tell me what it is.
Yeah. That's cookie talk.
Yeah. I can get behind kind of the with a lot of them when they use the number system. Number 2. I know what a number 2 looks like.
Back in the old days, that's the way it was.
Yeah, back when the common sense was reigned supreme.
What's your favorite Maduro stick? Have you got one? Are you looking for one? If you want to find out more about these cigars we talked about today, come out and see us somewhere in public once the groundhog goes back in and shoots himself because of all this cold weather. And or the easiest way to do it is go check us out on goodguyscigars. You know the rest. Jamie, you want to do another one of these?
Sure. We already said we're going to do 2 more.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got lots of cigars to smoke. Folks, be kind to one another. There's it doesn't cost a dime, but there's always a price to be paid for cruelty. So leave some comments, hit the like button, subscribe, and notifications. We'll catch you the next time. Cheers. One more for the good guys. I'll be gone in the morning before the sun comes up, with me and my weenie dog and my pickup truck. And either way, baby, a good man, it's hard to find. I said, now either way, baby, a good man, it's hard to find.